Hey guys, it's Kelly and Sophia here with another live. Today we're in a little bit of a different location in the store because we wanted to show you guys all the new Effol and Effax arrivals. And we are so excited to talk about these today because they're one of our favorite brands. We just got in a bunch of stuff from them, so you should definitely check it out. It's available both in store and online. Before we jump in, I'm trying to think if we had anything coming up we need to talk about. Any announcements?
Thanks for hanging out with us on World Cocktail Day, by the way.
Yeah, we had so much fun doing like treat cocktails. So I think that might be something we do again, not on World Cocktail Day even. So stay tuned for that. And thanks for everyone who came out. It was super sweet. Some of like these barns came with big groups. It was so cute to watch you guys. It was fun. See the communities you have. I love it.
Yeah, we had fun with you.
Yeah, so stay tuned for more events and whatnot. And I guess we'll just get started on Effol, right?
Yeah. Where do we start?
I don't know. Do you want to start? Or do you want to?
Yeah. Do we maybe? What do we start? I feel like we got to start with the tried and true. We got to start with the leather balm. So I feel like everyone once in their life has tried out the Effx leather balm. If not, you're missing out because it smells good and it works good. Sometimes I just have to smell it. It smells good. It smells so yummy. It's kind of like more of a thick Vaseline type consistency. So I feel like the leather balm is really good for a deep condition. If you have really dry tack aside from oiling, I feel like this is something that is great to use on that like old, dry, sad looking tack. You look at it, you're like, I don't even know if I should use this anymore. Like maybe this is past its expiration date. We're done here. I feel like you just need to slather this on and like give it some hope. I think it's also great for adding a little bit more grip to your leather, and they do have one more product that helps with that as well, but for now we're just talking about the leather balm. So I think it's a great thing for adding a little more grip to your leather. I think with it being a little more conditioned and supple, you just kind of naturally get a little more grip from it. So I know like I try to put this on my saddle a lot because I feel like my leather is grippier and it like gives me a little bit more of a chance of staying on my horse. So I love this stuff. It's been my go-to for so long and it lasts a really long time. I feel like a little goes a long way with it, honestly.
It's very true.
So I mean, I've had the same container of this stuff for years and I've not hit the bottom yet. So it lasts you a really long time. You get it, you're gonna have it for years. You can use it on all of your super dry, sad looking tack and revive it. You can use it on your more current looking tack and just give it a little more grit, make sure it's conditioned and supple and looking good. It is just the best go-to product for conditioning. And even actually, people use it on more than just their tack. Like I remember I talked to a lady one time in here and she got some to take home and use on her leather couch because it was looking a little dry and scratched up and sad. And when you do condition with this stuff, if you have more of like that soft leather, like kind of like that butte, Devacoo type leather that gets all the little scratches in it and then it just kind of buffs right out. This is a great thing to use to kind of buff all that out, even out the color. So she had a couch, she had dogs at home that would jump up and like scratch it all up with their little dog claws, and she used this on her couch just to even it all out and give it a new lease on life. So it's great for your tack and even stuff in your house too.
And the nice thing about it too is you can really tell it's just meant to like supple and make things soft, because when I'm using it on like my saddles or whatever, invariably you get it on your own hands and my hands are so soft and like it's like almost like a nice lotion like that you've used, and I feel like my hands are soft for like a minute after I use it. Yeah. So you can really tell this is made with quality products that are like meant to supple and soften skin. So it's definitely a tried and true, like it's one of our best sellers. Like people love it. It's great for your tack, as Sophia was saying, so I don't need to go into it again. But if you do want more grip, it was the one thing we didn't grab for the display.
Oh no.
They make the balsam with grip, and like me as an eventer, and especially as like an adult Amy who's just here to have a good time, like I like having a little extra grip when I'm going cross country. I have like a French saddle too, and it doesn't have the super big blocks on it, so I like need all the help I can get to be strapped right in when I'm going cross country and stuff. So I know all y'all at May Days and stuff right now. Good luck, have a good time. Wish I was there. But it really just makes your saddle supple, but adds a little bit of grip without making it sticky. Because I hate like having a nice saddle and then you get this layer of stuff, which yeah, maybe when you went cross country it helped keep you in the saddle, but then for your everyday riding, I hate having too much grip or it like almost ruins the leather. This does not. It just gives you grip while still conditioning the leather and keeping it soft. And so if you're someone who needs a little bit more grip, definitely recommend the Balsam with grip. So
Yeah.
I had to add that in.
So if you have never tried this before, they do make a little mini one so you can test it out and fall in love with it and then get the big size. Or I think it'd be cute just to have as like a little kind of emergency travel piece. Get the little mini one. Maybe you're just going away for a show or a clinic and you're like, I already cleaned my tack, but maybe I just need something just in case, but you only brought your tack trunk and a few bags and you don't have room to be storing all this extra stuff. Get a little mini one and just have it with you just in case. So
I know it's early for it too, but those make the cutest stocking stuffers. Literally, you can get like all the different ones, and it's like an equestrian's like dream stocking stuffer, and they're only like several bucks per thing, so they're just like a cute little thing to throw in a stocking. So I know obviously we're not even to June yet, so I don't even really want to be thinking about the holidays or talking. I mean, it's barely even summer, so but it is something to think about down the road.
yeah, or even if you're doing little birthday gifts and you're trying to find some small stuff to add in here and there, this will be a great thing to get.
So, because I was talking about like eventing and showing a little bit, for those of you that know me, I have my horse Hendrix, who I've had forever, and he is a gray. And one thing Hendrix loves doing is getting dirty. He loves rolling in mud. He loves rolling in his own poop. He just loves staining his white fur. And so the great thing is Effol has their own like white horse or like purple shampoo. And so the cool thing about this one is it comes in a spray bottle. So you can literally spray it right onto the horse. So instead of like getting your bucket and measuring and adding water and everything, you just literally spray it on, suds them up with like a sponge or whatever, and then let it sit for a bit and rinse it off. And so I love this stuff. It works really well. We've had it in the past. I just think it's cool that it does come in a spray because I think it lets you get a more even layer throughout the horse. You can see where it is, see where it's gone. And again, not have to worry about like measuring or pouring or anything. You just spray and go. So if you're especially like at a horse show, I think it's nice because it's less to worry about, less things to have on you. So this is definitely a tried and true for the gray and white horses out there. While we're kind of still on that topic, they also make a little stain remover spray. They call it the White Star Dry Shampoo. It's not a dry shampoo like a powdered shampoo. What they're meaning is like, you know, when you're about to go into the show ring and maybe you like ran to the bathroom and put your horse in its stall, and when you come back, someone had been rolling and they found that one little nugget of poop in their stall and they got a stain on their hip. I'm looking at you, Hendrix. And you have to get it off, but you can't give a full bath. Again, you can just spray this on, let it sit for a minute, and then wipe it off with like a rag or a sponge, and it's gonna take that stain right out. So even if it's like a winter show, I know sometimes like if you're going to shows in the winter where they don't have like a heated barn or anything, and you need to be able to get those stains off so your horse isn't looking like a ragamuffin in the show ring, then this is something you definitely want to have like in your show bag. It's probably like one of the most crucial places to have it when you need to get the stains out, but it's even nice to have at home. So again, like maybe you're about to go into a lesson or a clinic and you just want to make sure your gray or white horse is looking great, you have to have this on board. Or even if you have like a bay or a chestnut or whatever with like socks or a paint with splotches, it's a good thing to have to get those stains out. So I definitely recommend both of these products if you have to deal with any like white or gray on your horse.
I wish my purple shampoo was in a spray bottle. That'd be so nice. Ooh, I don't even know what to do next. I'm so excited. I'm gonna have to go with the Speedy Leather Shine Sponge since we're talking about shows. This is like one of my favorite products ever to have at a show. So it is just this little sponge in its little container. So it's kind of saturated with some different oils, I believe. And this is like the holy grail when you're showing, just to have as like a last minute little touch-up situation. I remember when I would go and show, my mom would come with me and she'd always have it on her. Right before I go in the show ring, she'd pull out the little sponge and like wipe off my boots. It was so sweet. But it's nice because it adds like killer shine to your boots in seconds. So especially if you're like one of those little hunter people that like wants like a spit shine boot and you're sitting there and you're shining and you're shining. This is so nice to have like last minute right before you go in. Just wipe it all down and you get the craziest shine, and it just takes seconds. It is so easy. You don't have to buff anything out. You just wipe it down with your little sponge and you are good to go. So I think this is one of those must-haves if you're showing. I love it. If I were showing again, I'm not showing right now, but if I were to ever go to a show again, this would 1000% be coming with me no matter what.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good thing for like the show moms or the trainers to just have on them, or the horse show husbands to have on hand, just like to help you right before you go into the ring. Just give it that last minute shine and you're good to go.
Mm-hmm. What do I want to do? Oh.
So again, I have FOMO. I'm not at May Days, guys. I'm so sad. I wish my horses were ready to show right now, or more likely I was ready to show right now. But for all you like eventers or people who need more grip, maybe you have an older saddle, it's awesome because they make their own little grip stick. And so it's really cool. It's literally like a little container of deodorant. You can just, take the lid right off. See the stuff inside. It has a little dial so you can move it up as you need it, and you just literally rub it on your saddle where you need grip, and it gives you like that grip without it again hurting your leather or giving like a tacky feel that's gonna like damage your boots or saddle. It's still gonna keep it nice and soft and supple, and it's not gonna be too much. So I definitely recommend this if you need some extra stick, but you don't want to hurt your leather, because I think that's the great thing about like Effax and Effol is when they make their products, they want to make sure they're using like safe ingredients that work, but they aren't going to hurt you, your horse, your saddle, anything like that. And so this, in my opinion, has a little bit more grip than just like the balsam with grip. Like this is for if you're like, I'm moving up to training level for the first time and I really want to make sure my legs are in place, or maybe you have an older saddle and it's not as supple as some of the like newer leathers, and you just really need to add just really that little bit of friction so you can like stay with it better and you're not sliding all around in it. Like this will definitely help. Like it'll keep you in place. I know like it's a good thing just to keep on you. I know even though some trail riders that like trail ride in more English saddles or Western saddles that are more slippery, they even like to use products like this. So it's just a good thing to have. Again, I like this one because it won't hurt your leather. Like I'm really big on like keeping my saddles nice. Like I love having my like French saddle and I don't want the leather to get ruined. So this is just a nice thing to have for that. So check it out.
Yeah, that's so awesome. I love putting it on the inside of my boots. I just have like a little bit more of a seat belt when I'm going.
Right, I love that seat belt.
I want to do the sparkly one, Kelly.
Oh yeah.
So this one's really fun. This is the Effol Star Shine. So you can see this little pink concoction in the bottle, but I'm shaking it up. It's all glittery. So I think it's just a cute, fun thing to have, especially for kids. It's just fun to spray on your pony and you have a little bit of glitter. Or I think it would even be cute for like some of those pink out shows. I don't know if maybe since it's that like kind of pink liquid, if maybe you had a lighter colored horse or like a gray, something like that, if you sprayed it on, if like the pink liquid would even show up a little bit. But I think it's just a really cute thing. I love it. Sometimes I just like to shake it up and look at all the glitter. That's really all there is to it. I just think it's a cute little thing. Kids love it. They want to spray it on their ponies. So I think it's a fun thing to check out.
And it does smell pretty good too. If I remember, it smells kind of like raspberry or strawberry.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and they make like a hoof gel too, and it's just really supposed to encourage kids to like think grooming's fun and have a good time, and so it's just like a cute little thing.
If I'm being honest, I bought that because it smelled so good. It's pink and it smells amazing, and I was like, I need it.
I love it. I think their little kids line so cute. Oh, okay. Since we're still talking about bathing and getting clean, I think this is so cool. This is the Effol Shampoo Friend Brush. And so it's honestly like those, you know, like dish brushes where you put the dish detergent in and wash your dishes, except it's for your horse. So it's cool. It has like the brushes on the outside of it and the sponge on the inside. So this will help loosen dirt and wipe anything away. And this will kind of help soak it up and then also distribute any shampoo you have in here. It's nice too because they give, the little amounts on how much to add for the different products. And then you just fill the rest with water. And so I think this is just a nice thing to have. Again, it's about to be bathing season in here in Ohio. I don't know where you guys are watching from, but I think I've bathed my horse like twice already now this year, now that it's staying consistently warm. So now that we're getting into bathing season, again, that gray I was talking about Hendrix earlier, like I'm excited to really get in there with this with him and get that like winter, the layers of winter dirt out of his coat. Because I feel like it takes me several to get him really white and shiny again. And so this will be definitely something I'm excited to try and use. I've heard great things about this, so I think it'll be a good thing for you guys to have this bathing season. And again, I think it's one of those things you can have at home or at the show. Like, I know some people like to do kind of like a thorough clean, like the first day or first couple days of a show, depending on how long you're there. So this is nice for that when you really want to get in there, get kind of the traveling dirt off your horse. So something to check out.
I feel like it'd even be nice too for those horses that just really love grooming time and they love their wither scratches and their wither curries, like to get up in there with the scrubby brush. Like I know my horse would eat that up. He'd love that.
For sure.
Ooh. I love this stuff. So this is the leather cream soap. I know I've talked about this on the live before, but in case you weren't watching before when I did this, I really, really, really love this product. So it's a 2-in-1 product, so it's going to clean and condition all in one. So it's great if you are just doing your little routine wipe down after you ride or after your clinic, your show, whatnot. It's nice that it cleans and conditions all in one, so you can just wipe it all down, get all that grime off, but you're going to leave your tech condition. Maybe you're not looking to do your deep condition that day. You don't want to bust out the leather balm. You can just use this, and it's quick and easy. But the nice thing too is to kind of add to that convenience of all of it. The cap pops off and then just pops right on the bottom, so you can even hang it up if you have like your bridle hook or anything. You just have anything to hang it on. You can just hang it up right there and have it hanging while you're cleaning your bridle, saddle, reins, girth, whatever it is, and just squeeze a little out and keep going. So I really like that aspect of it too, because I think it just adds to the convenience of all of it. But I feel like it has a really pleasant smell, and it lasts a really long time actually. Like this has lasted me forever, and I use this all the time. It's like my go-to. And again, it's kind of like the leather balm. It is really, it like leaves your hands feeling really soft, and I feel like it's just kind of a testament to how good the ingredients are in these products, and they're not gonna break down your leather. They're good for your leather, and you can feel it even on your hands and on your own skin. So I think that's really interesting. But this is one of my absolute favorite products by them, and they even make a little mini one as well. So if you want to test this out, you can test it out with the mini one, or if you want to get it for a birthday gift or a stocking stuffer, you can do that with the little mini version.
So this is another like tried and true favorite in our store. It's the Leather Combi Plus. So what this is it's a leather cleaner, but it also has agents in it that kill mold and help it from not coming back. So if you maybe left a saddle or something in like a damp basement or your trailer and it unfortunately got mold growing on it, this will help, one, clean it, like spray it down, get all that stuff off, and then also help it to not have the mold come back. So it's a really great thing to have. I know even just some barns, especially like it's very humid, it's very hot, in summers in Ohio, which is kind of like an environment that different molds thrive in, unfortunately. So sometimes people do just tend to have like mold problems in their barn in the summers. And so again, this really helps with it. I know a lot of people have tried it where they've like, I've tried everything and nothing's helping. It just comes back almost like the next day or 2 days after I clean it. And then they use this and it doesn't come back, or it doesn't come back until like next season. And so it's just a good thing to have to stop that from occurring. I know like before, like I've even had tack like go moldy. I left it in like my mom's garage and forgot it was there for like 2 years, and then came back and was like, what's wrong with that martingale? It's growing something on it. And so you literally just like, I sprayed it right onto the leather, used like a sponge and a rag to really just like wipe it down, and I did like a couple little passes at it where I'd spray it down again and again, and then put the balsam on it, and it was like new, and it didn't have mold again after it. So again, it happens, like unfortunately mold is just something that happens, and so it's a good thing to try out so your tack doesn't become like The Last of Us.
And I just want to say I absolutely love that stuff, and I have used it on so many things, especially here doing all of the consignment now. Obviously, we do offer cleaning fees if something comes in and needs a little TLC. And over the past few years that I've been doing it, we have seen a lot of different mold situations on different pieces of tack, whether it be a western saddle with all the intricate tooling, or the martingale, or the bridle, or the reins, or whatever it might be. I have used that stuff and it has never done me wrong. It just pulls it all up and all off, and then it never comes back, and it is good to go. So that stuff is like my liquid gold. I love it. This is actually really fun. So this is the Superstar Shine, but it is the orange flavor, no, sorry, orange scented version. So this is a really nice thing to have, really just for mainly adding shine to the coat and the mane and the tail. So if you're at a show and you want to shine them up before you go in, or even like at home sometimes, if I'm just feeling real bougie and I'm like, Woodstock, you're gonna look like a little superstar today, I'll like brush him off and get him all clean, and then use this just to make him look all shiny and cool. And I love it. And actually I love smelling stuff. I want to smell it. I haven't smelled it yet. Ooh, it smells so good.
Oh, it does. Oh, it smells really good. It literally smells like a hair salon. Like it smells actually really good. Like a.
Oh my god, it does.
It's good.
It's like a really yummy scent. And I'm not even usually into more orange scents, but that smells so good. And I like the convenience of this. The fact that, let me pop the lid off and try not to break it. It's just one of these little like spritz type bottles. So I think it would be great even if you're like in a rush. You're like, oh my gosh, like my class is coming up. I have to go, but I want my horse to look shiny and nice. You just take it and spritz it all over, go over it with like a little soft brush, and you're good to go. So I really enjoyed this. I went through a bottle of it with Woodstock, and it really does produce a very, very nice shine on their coat and on their mane and on their tail. And it's not necessarily one of those really synthetic looking shines. Like sometimes you can just look and it has that like silicone type appearance to it. I wouldn't say it's like that. It's a really nice shine, but it doesn't have that super synthetic silicone type appearance to it. and I feel like it didn't really make him that slippery either, so that wasn't really a problem for me. So I really like this stuff, and I think it's cute that it has that little orange scent to it.
And I know I just talked about the Leather Combi Plus, but if you don't have a mold problem, or maybe you just don't want that added benefit, they do also make just their normal Leather Combi, which is just a leather cleaner. It's a nice liquid. I personally either use this or the mildew one to clean all my tack. I'm not really a glycerin girly. I like this because it's not like harsh on leather. It doesn't leave like that thick coating on the leather. It just literally cleans it, so it helps get off any dirt, any sweat, any other products you may have used on that. It just like gently takes it away without harming the leather at all. So if you just want like their plain cleaner, it's called the Leather Combi. It has the red cap. It comes in like this size, or it comes in the cute little minis. So maybe you haven't tried it before and you want to give it a go. Definitely a great way to try it. Or again, like if you want to keep some extra like in your tack trunk or anything, if you don't want to carry the big one around at the horse shows, and you have this there, and you're good to go.
And I feel like that's lasted me a really long time too. Like you get a really generous amount in that bottle.
Mm-hmm. Like a little, it goes a long way with a lot of their products.
Yeah. What haven't we done?
Oh, the lavender kind.
Ooh. So this is the Superstar Shine as well. So just like the other one I was just talking about, but this one is lavender scented. So this is a limited edition one. And I think it's a very minor touch, but it's really cute. Right here it says, it might be reversed, I don't know, but it says, for my best friend. And then it has a little line, you can write your horse's name. So it's like, for my best friend Woody, but also like, this is mine, please don't take it out of my locker. So I think that's a cute little touch on there. But I smelled this earlier. I'm gonna smell it again. It smells really, really good. Lavender.
Ooh, that is nice. Again, just a very fresh, like, nice scent. They really, like, it doesn't smell, like, perfumey or too much. Like, it's a very nice, like, your horse is going to smell clean and fresh, but it's not going to be overpowering.
Exactly. And this one is in a little bit of a different bottle. So here's the orange one with the little, like, spritzy. And then we've got this bottle with more of, like, the spray. I don't want to actually spray it. The spray like cap with the trigger. So obviously you get a little bit more in this bottle, but you know, to each their own. Some people are into orange, some people are into lavender, some people like the little trigger sprays. It's all personal preference.
And then just so we can finish up the tack cleaning part of the Effol line, they do make a glycerin soap for those of you that love glycerin, the Traditionalist. It comes with a sponge, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about getting any extra like equipment. And the thing I will say about their glycerin is it is more of like a conditioning glycerin. It's not like some other brands that I feel like dry out your leather. This one will at least clean but also condition a little bit. It comes in this nice little jar, just kind of like the balsam. Little sponge. I know some of the English saddle brands, like English from England, prefer you to use glycerin when you clean your saddle. So this is for those who kind of like are traditionalists and like that glycerin vibe. Again, I'm more of like a combi girl, but it's nice that they at least offer this and make it so it won't dry out your saddle like other brands do. So if you want to give it a go and you want to try the glycerin, we definitely still have that available for you.
All right, so I think we covered everything tack cleaning related. Okay, we are gonna go with the Effol hoof ointment. So first, I just want to say I love the quantity you get in this container. I just love the size of this container. So this too has a thicker consistency, so this isn't like the runny liquidy ones that you need the brush for. It's actually this thick consistency, kind of light green. I like that. So this is nice because it's going to be a thicker application, so I feel like you can really layer it on there if you want. So I think this will be great for a horse that has really dry and cracked hooves, because you can kind of layer it on and really penetrate that hoof and soften it up and condition it, and therefore kind of improve the elasticity in the hoof and help lead to less breakage and cracks and all the little chips that come out. So I think that's a really nice product, and you just get so much in the container. I think that's awesome. I have not used this yet. I'd really like to try it on my pony because he's just kind of prone to the dry, cracked hooves. So I'd really like to give this a go and try it out.
What do I want to go? So another fan favorite is the mouth butter. So if you have a horse that has maybe like cracked like corners of their mouth, maybe they're a little resistant to the bit, this can kind of help in those situations. So if they do have cracking, it just adds moisture and helps heal it, kind of like lip balm for people. Also, I know sometimes horses just like, maybe they haven't had the best experience with bits or something in the past, and maybe they're a little apprehensive in taking it. Sometimes I've heard like younger horses are a little funky with bits, and so the nice thing is this has a nice flavor. This is the apple one, and so it kind of entices them to take the bit. It helps relax them when they're using the bit. It encourages like chewing and softness. So this is definitely like a fan favorite. They have the apple. They also have the mango. Unfortunately, we're out of the mango right now, but you can still get the apple. It comes in the bigger tube. And then again, like we've been saying with some of these other minis, if you want to give it a go, maybe you want to just make sure your horse likes the flavor. You want to see if it, by using a little bit of it, they are more likely to take the bit if you're having issues, or maybe just like see if it helps them soften during your ride, see if it helps them foam up a little bit more. Then you can just like give it a go without having to get this big tube, and if for some reason they don't like it, you're not stuck with it. So I would definitely recommend those. I'm trying to think. I feel like there was another use for them, but I can't remember at the moment. But it's still just a really popular thing to have.
Yeah. So I know Kelly has talked about this on the live before, but this is the Effol like emergency first aid kit. So if we open it up, I'm gonna try not to spill it everywhere. Let me see if I can. Okay.
You want me to hold?
Wait. Hold on. Okay, so if we open it up, you can see you get a lot in here. So you get your little vet wrap or their version of it. You get your horse balm. So that's kind of like your liniment. We have some over here. We'll talk more about it in a little bit. You have your liquid barrier. So this is really cool. This is going to create kind of that barrier between the skin and any germs and yucky stuff if they get the cuts, scrapes, whatever it might be. And I think it's nice because it's supposed to be a little bit disinfecting without that sting that they would get from something that has alcohol in it. And then we've got our skin balm. So this is for all the little like cuts and boo-boos. It's gonna be more like of a moisturizing formula. And then you've got your little ice pack, which I think is cool. And then, hold on, I'm gonna set this down. I don't trust myself that much. And then you get all of your gauze and whatnot in there. Pack that back up. But I think it's nice too because it has this like bright green lid on it. And realistically, like how many other kits are you gonna have in your tack trunk or your locker with that green on there? And it is see-through, so you can see everything inside of it. But I feel like it just makes it easier to locate if you have a little bit of a boo-boo or an ouchie and you're like, okay, I gotta go grab my stuff. Like now, I think it's gonna be a little easier to find, and you can see everything in your kit, so that's really nice as well.
So this is another favorite for us. It is the boot polish. And so let me open one of these up. So again, like after you kind of like maybe wipe down your boots and you need to really put that shine and color back into them, they have their polish. And I think it's so cool because it comes in like this little tube and you just take the lid off. And when you squeeze it, the polish comes right through that little hole, and then it kind of goes on the sponge, and you can literally just then put it all over the boot, rub it all down, get into the little cracks, like kind of between the sole and the boot. You can get it like on the little toe crease and everything, even on the zipper and whatnot, and it really adds the color and shine back to the leather. So this is a great thing to have if your horse showing, like throw it in with your show trunk. If you are like good about keeping up with your boots, it's even nice to have it in your locker for whenever you clean them to just put that color and shine back into them. And then the nice thing about it is they also make a clear one. So if you have like a brown boot or a different colored boot, you can use this one. It's just clear, but it still adds kind of like a little bit of that conditioning and a little bit of that shine. And so definitely recommend this for boot care. It's just a good thing to have. I think it's like a lot easier than the old days, like when I was doing IEA back too long ago, because I already lie about my age. And you had to have like your jar, and you had to find a sponge, and if you like didn't find your like boot polish sponge, you were gonna ruin another sponge because it was gonna turn it all black, and it was like a whole thing, and then you had to like go get a brush and buff it. And so the nice thing is you can just do this, and then especially if you have like the speedy shine thing, then just like put this on, let it sit, and you can buff it still with a rag or a brush if you want, or you can just put this on top, and it's gonna add that like last little coat of shine and layer. It'll make your boots look brand spanking new. So definitely these are all must-haves if you are showing, and even if you just really want your boots to look so fly and fresh.
Too, I just love the design of like the squeezy tube with the little sponge on the ends, because I feel like it's gonna be a lot less messy trying to apply it and get it all over your boot. Like, I'm sorry, like I don't like getting my hands dirty sometimes, okay? Like, I'm just weird about that stuff. And I remember like doing the little container boot polish or boot cream, like having to scoop it out with my rag, and it like gets all over my hands, and there's like all the black stuff in the crevices of my nails.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
like
I hate it. I'm just weird about that stuff. So I love that it's like on the end of your little squeezy tube. You don't actually have to touch it. You're not dipping into anything. You just rub it all over your boots and you're good to go. So I really like that aspect of it too.
That is so true.
Ooh, what haven't we? Horse bomb. Yeah. All right, so then I'm about to knock stuff over. So here we've got the Effol horse bomb. So I know we all do that, girl. Like, I feel like we all get stuff. We're like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna use this immediately, and then it sits at home for way too long. Like, I can't even tell you the amount of stuff I have at my house that I'm like, I'm taking this to the barn tomorrow. It's like still in my mom's garage, still in my mom's laundry room, still in my mom's basement. But earlier we were talking about the little first aid kit, and we mentioned that there was the horse balm in there. So just to go a little more in depth, this is basically just going to be a liniment for your horse. So if you're out horse showing, you know, like if you're an eventer and you just want to like liniment up after they do all the things and you just want to make them feel good, or like maybe you go to a clinic and you just want to use it after your clinic, or maybe you just even went and had like a really intense lesson and you're like, okay, like let me treat you. I'm gonna put your liniment on. We're gonna make sure you feel all good. So it comes in this jar. It's kind of cool. It's like this light kind of blue turquoise color. But I smelled it earlier and it reminds me a lot of Vicks Vapo Rub, like that almost like very minty smell. I enjoyed it personally, but I think that's a really nice thing, again, to have in your locker or your tack trunk, whether you're going and traveling around and showing, just to have it on hand. It's also just a nice size. Like, it's not one of those huge containers, so I feel like it is really realistic just to fit in your tack trunk, especially if you're trying to pack everything in when you go and travel. You know, you can't like take the whole barn with you. I think it's just a really nice thing to have. So that is the horse balm, and you get, again, you get the little tiny itty bitty size in the first aid kit that they have too. So that is included in that as well.
And the nice thing about that one is I feel like it's a little thicker than some of the other liniments, so I feel like it almost creates like a lasting barrier. So especially if your horse maybe has some extra soreness like in their back or like stifle area, it'll kind of like keep working for a while, where some of the other ones I feel like just evaporate off. It just kind of like stays there for a minute. So I think that's just a nice added benefit to their version of it.
Yeah, it's kind of fun like looking at it, because it like reminds me of when I was in middle school and everyone wanted to make slime, like the water slime especially. Like, it's kind of fun just to mess around with, but it is that like thicker consistency.
It reminds me of like, there's this movie from the 90s, I know I'm dating myself again, but called Flubber, and it reminds me of Flubber. He was like this little like gel thing that like danced around.
It reminds me of these little like squirt creatures in Fortnite.
Ride that battle bus, Sophia. Okay. I've never played Fortnite, but sometimes I watch Rowan play it. It looks kind of fun. I like their little dances. So another, you know, it's late, okay? It's been a long week. So anyways, if you were here for our like horse cocktail party Monday that went into Tuesday, one of the treat samples we had were these Effol Friend snacks, and they smell so good. I loved like walking past this container because it really does smell like mango. And even I brought some to my horse last night, both of them, and they were like going ham on me. They were so excited. It just smells so fresh. It's like this mango papaya scent, and it just smells so good. And it's like these little nuggets. So the nice thing is I feel like you can give a few because they're not just like one massive treat. They're kind of like a nice size, still something for your horse to get a little crunch in. But it's not like too much, and so they've come in these like resealable bags, so it's nice. So they'll stay fresh for your horse, which is great. So yeah, I mean, they're just like a good thing to have, like for, I know some people like these treats for training, or just like to give your horse a little snack to show them some love, which is mostly what I do with my treats when I treat my horses. So yeah, if you haven't tried these before, I definitely recommend them. And I think your horse loves them.
Oh my gosh, Woodstock loves those treats. Like, I feel like they're in his top 5 favorite treats. He loves them. I get them out and he starts like slobbering, like it's dripping down everywhere, and I'm like, oh boy, he's excited. He likes the mango.
He slobbers?
Oh my god, he slobbers everywhere. It's so gross.
That's so cute.
It like looks like someone left the faucet on a little bit. It's just running everywhere. Like, that's how you know he's really excited. You get out the mango treats and he's just like slobbering everywhere. And I'm like, oh boy.
That's cute.
Well, I think the only one we have left is the Effol lip balm, which again Kelly has talked about on a previous live. But a lot of people love this stuff. I feel like so many people have come in being like, do you have the Effol lip balm back? Where's the lip balm? Where's the lip balm? Where's the lip balm? And we have more in finally. It is back in stock. So many people love this stuff. And again, just like with the rest of their products, it does have really good ingredients for you. So there's nothing harmful in it. It really is just very moisturizing. It's a really good like feel on your lips. So that is back in stock, and I think it's a really cute thing too if you're doing like kind of like a last minute like birthday gift, or even like I'm gonna go see my friend and I'm trying to make her like a little care package, a little basket, that kind of thing. It's a really cute thing to throw in there, especially for horse girls that will really like lip balm, but also be like, oh, Effol, like that's a horse brand. It's just like a little extra exciting.
Actually, I think there's one more.
There is?
This is the Miracle Horse Boot Cleaner. So this is great for if you have like open front boots or like your cross country boots, and you know how like sometimes those boots, it's like no matter how much you wash them, they're still just kind of like gross. This really cleans them. It really helps bring back the shine and help bring away some of like the scratches that those materials get. And you can also use it on patent leather. So if you have like patent leather boots or a patent bridle, it helps kind of like keep the shine on, buff out any scratches. So again, like for your like whole cleaning kit, this is a good thing to have. It's just, I think one of their not as well known products, but the people that use it and have tried it, like always come back for it. They love it. So especially if you're really wanting to look like, I don't know, like stay in tip-top shape in the show ring and make sure all your boots are looking good and clean and everything, then this is definitely something you'll want to have on you. Just because it's one of the only products I've seen that really do help kind of clean that type of material and keep that looking shiny and as new as possible. So yeah, you might want to check it out.
That made me realize, I think we actually have another one. We didn't do the regrowth serum yet.
Right.
So the regrowth serum, I'm super excited about. I've not tried this yet, but this product is for promoting hair growth. Specifically, if you think about like the manes or the tails that might be like missing a little patch, so that's going to be great for this. Like I know, especially with it being spring, a lot of people have horses with allergies that might get a little itchy, especially in the spring. Like I know for my horse, his allergies like to flare up a little more in the springtime, and we use several products to try and keep him calm and happy and looking good, but they definitely get worse, especially in the springtime, and he does get itchy, and sometimes he will be like itching his butt on everything. He's throwing it back on the wall, on the fence, on everything, and he likes to rub little spots out of his tail sometimes. So I'm excited to actually try this on his tail, but I think it's also great if you are just trying to promote hair growth. Maybe you don't necessarily have bald spots, but you just want their hair to grow in. I know there's a lot of people that are always looking for different serums and whatnot to help with hair growth. You know, like we'll take every single strand that we can get. So I think this is a really exciting product. Personally, I cannot wait to try it out on Woody, and I think there are a lot of other people that would benefit from this as well.
Actually, one last product, guys.
What? Oh yeah!
So it might sound silly to be excited about a bucket, but I'm not gonna lie, man, I love these buckets. Love to read. Yes, that is so true, Leslie. That's another great use for
that's
it.
a really good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, when they do lose some of their mane
Yeah.
for their blankets, it'd be great to help with that too. Definitely. And so the last but not least product is the Effol bucket. And I don't know, I'm trying to be in my organization era, and I think it's partly just because I like buying cute containers. But this would definitely be one I want to add to my collection. It's in like the classic Effol colors, which are like this kind of like limeish green and yellow. You could use this, like what I think I'm going to use it for actually is I'm going to put all my bathing stuff in it. So then I have a bucket to use for bathing, but then all my stuff is in one place all together, and it has a place, and I will always put it back in that place, fingers crossed. And the nice thing is it has a lid. So like if you're worried about, like it's barn life, like mice or something getting into something, like it's nice that it has this on it so it can keep anything inside protected. So maybe you want to keep horse treats in it, or like little bits of supplements or something. It's nice because it will stay like airtight, so you don't have to worry about like animals getting in. You don't have to worry about like if you just had an open bucket, like moisture things getting in. So it's just going to keep everything that's inside protected and nice. And it does have also on the sides the little measurements, so if you're wanting to measure things in it, you can. So yeah, and then it has the handle, and it has the little extra grip on the handle, so if you are carrying something heavy, it'll be more comfortable on your hand. And so I just think it's a really cute little addition. So that's probably what I'm gonna get it for, my bathing stuff. But you could honestly fill it with so much stuff. I don't know, I think it's a cute little design, probably because it's like European. I just like it.
Yeah. Even going back to like the organization side of things, I do love that it has a lid, obviously to like seal your stuff in and keep it clean and nice and mice and bug free, but also just because I think when something has a lid, I like that I can stack stuff on top of it for like trying to compress everything in my locker even more and organize it all and use like my vertical space. You can put your lid on your bucket, and then you can set your little brush box on top of it, or your first aid kit, or your second bucket that you use for your alfalfa mash, or whatever it might be. I like that too. I feel like it helps with the organization, having that to be able to kind of utilize your vertical space and stack stuff.
Yeah, so I think this is really cute. We've never actually had the bucket before. This is the first time, so I'm excited to see what people think.
Yeah.
So I think for real now,
For
that is
real.
everything.
No cap. We covered it all, y'all.
So thanks for watching. If you're watching now, if you're watching later, thanks for watching now, and hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.